So check it out. We've got a brand new update that hit Cyberpunk 2077 today in the form of Hotfix 112. What does it fix? Well, it addresses one of the biggest issues with the game right now. We're going to be talking about what that is. Plus, they've actually updated the free DLC page real quick, stating that it's going to be coming in the coming months. We're going to talk about what that means actually for the schedule here. It looks like everything is lining up so far. And also, it seems like a lot of people want Cyberpunk 2077 to have an early access label on it when it comes to seeing the game on Steam and other services. So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff in this video. So hey everyone, what's happening? Open World Games here. Hope you're doing good, and let's dive into the latest happenings around Cyberpunk 2077, starting with Hotfix 1.12. So what does this include? This just released, now available on PC. I'll let you guys know what happens on console. It says this update addresses the vulnerability that could be used as part of the remote code execution, including save files, fixed a buffer overrun issue, and replaced non-ASLR DLLs. So what does this mean? It basically makes your Cyberpunk game more secure when you are dealing with mods or dealing with custom save files. But overall, no matter what, it makes your game more secure, because recently modders did discover a security problem with Cyberpunk 2077 that someone could access your PC through the game, but now that's not going to be the case. They have addressed that issue. It was a huge, massive problem. It made the news, and now you can rest easy right now that yes, Cyberpunk 2077 is solid in terms of security. But yeah, they also briefly updated the free DLC page. Instead of it saying that's coming out in early 2021, it now says that it's going to be hitting Night City in the coming months. This just means that, of course, the free DLC has been moved back, and that is according to also the roadmap that they posted right here, as you can see. Now, patch 1.2 is what we're looking at next up, and that should hopefully be releasing sometime in February. Honestly, my guess is that's going to be coming late February or early March. So I wouldn't be surprised with such a large patch. I mean, I think they're going to want to nail a home run with this patch. I personally wouldn't be surprised if it was actually released in early March or super late February. So I will let you know the official details as to when that patch actually drops. So look out for that video. Remember, turn on dim notifications when you are subscribed. All right, so let's talk about the need for early access label on Steam and other services right here. This one comes from Trescore, who says, "Hi there. I experienced a little sadness about Cyberpunk 2077's bad release. I think that it was mostly anticipated game of last year, maybe even the last decade. It was a failure if we're looking on a context of all the events surrounding this game. Huge marketing campaign which showed us not the game itself, but how beautiful it could be. However, my post is something bigger than simple retrospective. You see, the game is getting its patches and hotfixes. It sounds funny when you realize that this game needs a big update rather than small hotfixes. I look on Mountain Blade 2, Bannerlord, and Baldur's Gate 3. These games got their patches and hotfixes almost every week and every day. All we do is looking on patch notes and see how progress goes on. They're not very playable at the moment, but there is one big difference. These games are labeled to be early access. This is not just a symbolic label. When it's gone, we will understand that now we can play a complete game." Interesting stuff. Honestly, I agree here. I think in many respects, considering cut features and also performance issues and glitches, the game should have an early access label, in my opinion. Because the one way I got my game running well on PC was through modders. They actually optimized the game for me, which is ridiculous. I couldn't believe it. But I'm like, yeah, they got the game running better than CD Projekt RED could get the game running. So it seems like maybe CD Projekt RED needs to really study what these modders are doing and actually make these mods more official releases, in my opinion. But anyway, here we go. It says Cyberpunk is not playable now. I mean, it is. It can be played through the end, but most of the players report bugs, bad optimization. Also, remember that there were so much good content that was cut using Mantis blades climb walls, using subway system when the trailers began with it. Wardrobe, third person in cutscenes. By all means, Cyberpunk 2077 game is in early access. I'm okay with this. Many people are okay with this. You needed more time and we understand it. So take it, please. We really don't mind. I'd even like you to take your game out of the store to re-release it somewhere in 2022. But it may be problematic on the other hand. But anyway, we need a sign that your game is ready and playable. We need a sign that you've made everything you wanted to do. No matter if it's going to be released in 2021 or 2022 or even 2023, we just want to know it when your game is okay. Not like it was with Batman Arkham Knight or Assassin's Creed Unity, when you need to find it out somewhere in the forums that the game was already fixed and then play it. No, we need an understandable sign from CD Projekt RED. To me, it sounds like a lot of you guys want to know what their overall plan is. Like, you guys want to hear from CD Projekt RED and have them say, you know what, we plan to add this list of features into the game, and we plan to do it by this date. That's what I think a lot of you guys are asking for, to have a more solid roadmap instead of what we got right here. This is a very generic roadmap, but it also protects CD Projekt RED as a developer here, so that they don't get sued, again, by perhaps the actual gamers. Right now they're dealing with lawsuits from investors, but I don't think they want to deal with lawsuits from the actual gaming community. Now this says this, and this is why I call you to give Cyberpunk 2077 early access label on Steam and other platforms. It's not just a symbolic thing, as I told before. When you get out of early access, people are going to rush into your game again, because this is going to be Cyberpunk 2077 they've waited for 10 years. It's going to be a great event we all deserve, and a very happy day for every developer who is making Cyberpunk 2077. This is all I want to say. No hate, as you can see. Thank you for your time. Good luck. Let's see what people had to say about this one. H2O Fang says, I actually think that if CD Projekt RED had been honest about the game's state already back in April 2020 and said that they're going to do what they can, but are releasing an early access instead, the backlash wouldn't have been so bad. Do you guys think they should have just done that? Like, even if the game was targeted for 2022, they should have released it early access in 2020. Do you think that would have been wise? Honestly, I personally don't care for early access games. I don't like my first experience to be bug-ridden. That's my personal opinion. I can't stand that because it just ruins the experience. Like, your first time playing, you're like, wow, this is a buggy mess. So I would rather personally play a game that's completed. That's just my opinion. But sound off if you guys agree with early access titles, especially something that is as big as Cyberpunk 2077. I'm curious about your take. Now, let's continue with what he had to say here. It says, instead, they went Night City Wire advertising marketing as if the game was ready to go and just needed a bit polishing. While in reality, they were absolutely overselling the actual features. That's the part people got pissed off by. I mean, the game itself is decent, and if it was labeled as an early access title, I would call it rather good. Yes, it has its flaws, plot holes, bugs, and strange design choices in certain aspects, but not gonna deny that for sure. But on the other side, you can see that some people put some actual work and effort into the game. Those things are getting overshadowed by all of the unfulfilled promises from the marketing. A more honest approach could have prevented that. Everybody should be able to see that now the game wasn't ready. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I mean, definitely, they could definitely see that from all the interviews and over promises. You could see that the game didn't shape up to what they wanted. All right, now we're going to be going over your top comments from my recent video. So be sure to leave a comment down below, because it could end up right here in a video. Let's do this. All right, what's the first top comment that we have? We're gonna go hunting it down in my most recent video, which is right here. It's called CD Projekt Dev Likes to Frustrate Players, and did CD Projekt RED really blame modders? It was an interesting video for sure about how the senior quest designer came out and he said he likes to frustrate players with ambiguity when designing quests, and I found that very interesting. He likes to leave things open to interpretation, and sometimes they don't have endings in certain ways, and then yeah, you guys sounded off in the comments, so let's check it out. Italian guy says CD Projekt RED should shut their mouth and stop blaming others, just work on the game. Brandon Photide says, the old I meant to do it that way argument. So some people felt that comment was interpreted in this way. Francis says, OWG, giving serious news about Cyberpunk and CD Projekt RED gameplay. 400 Atom Smashers chasing him through the city. Honestly, I've been having some fun with the recent mods. You can do a lot of stuff. And there's some mods in there that actually like provide features that should be in the game officially, in my opinion. And I hope to actually talk about that in future videos as well. Josh says this. Everybody is already going to be pissed about the buggy launch. Are you sure you want to irritate them with the Quest 2? Patrick, yes. That's what I was... That's exactly what I was thinking when making the video. Darkstar says this. CD Projekt RED needs to shut up and do their job. Serious 100%. Hello Games didn't talk to anyone for 6 months. Now No Man's Sky is synonymous with a game company making right on a product after a mega F up. So a lot of you just want them to get to work. Neo's Danger says CD Projekt RED, we support modders. Also CD Projekt RED, it was the modders' fault. Yeah, so a lot of you do agree that that recent comment from CD Projekt RED kind of put blame on the modders. It seemed that you guys see it that way as well. I know that one of the modders that created the Cyber Tweak engine tools definitely feels that way. He felt like CD Projekt RED put full blame on them for sure. All right then, so that does it for the video. Thank you all so much for leaving some comments, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for any news about the big update that's coming up here in February or March. I'm going to say, you know, I wouldn't be surprised considering all the problems they've had, and they want to hit this next update big. I think it's going to be early March. We'll see. I could be completely wrong. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I will see you all next time. Take care.